full. As the window of opportunity to see the site closes, American company OceanGate offers trips down to the wreck. The first trip, carrying tourists, was supposed to head down in 2018, but the weather wasn't favorable, so it was pushed back to 2019. OceanGate has already conducted trips to the Titanic, but tourists have never been allowed on board. Dives to the Titanic have collected data, gathered samples, and taken pictures. Another company called the Bluefish has planned trips to the wreck in 2019 and 2020. Their submersible has a 7-inch acrylic window to get the best view. As news breaks that the Titanic is deteriorating, more and more commercial companies are bound to offer submersible trips to the wreck. If you think you can just head down and come back up the same day, the reality is a bit more complicated. The journey to the wreck involves an 8-day trip, which leaves from Newfoundland, Canada. Passengers board a submersible made of titanium and carbon fiber. After all, as you descend into the dark depths, the water pressure increases, and you don't want a submersible made of flimsy materials. Once inside the sub, you'll descend a distance of 12,500 feet to the ocean floor. The distance isn't so far if you were on land. On land, it would be like heading to your nearest grocery store. But when you think of 12,500 feet in terms of a vertical distance, dropping down into the darkness, the reality of it all might be enough to send shivers down your spine. As you descend, bioluminescent creatures are likely to make an appearance. The darkness is so intense at this depth that sea life has developed its own way of making light. It'll take about 90 minutes to make your way down, during which time you can go through all the stages of grief and panic. Maybe you'll start with denial. I can't be in a submarine. What was I thinking? This is too scary. Get me out. And then there's anger. Get me out or I'll scream. How about bargaining? If you bring the sub up, I'll pay you double. Perhaps even depression. Oh, what have I done? The window will crack and we'll all drown. Finally, there's acceptance. Oh, the sub seems to be all right. This is actually really cool. After an emotional roller coaster, the magnificent sight of the wreck will meet your eyes, and you'll get a 360-degree view of the Titanic, which you can enjoy for around 3 hours, depending on the submersible company. You'll be able to see the deck, the bow, the ship's propellers, the Marconi room, where the wireless operators sent the SOS as the ship was sinking, and the cavern that was home to the grand staircase, which is now really famous. In addition, you'll probably be able to spot a few personal objects lying on the ocean floor, mostly shoes and bags that belong to the Titanic's passengers.